Hey everybody, John Preto here. This is build day number 9. And rather than wait till the end of the day, I wanted to show you something pretty interesting. So build day 8 and 7, I put in this bulkhead into this coupler that goes into the nose cone. I'm going to zoom out so you can see better. There you go. So this is the coupler. And you can see the epoxy down in there. I did 3 big pours to create surface area for that bulkhead. And then the bolts are under the epoxy, so they're not going anywhere. And then I've got I don't know what this is, 2,000 pound rated U-bolts. And then the recovery harness will connect to here. And then I went to put this in the nose cone, because it's got to be glued in here, and it was so tight, it was such a tight fit to get in here that I had to put a hole in the top because of the air pressure. So I had to drill this hole, and as I pushed down on this bulkhead, which it won't go any further than that because the nose cone is tapered, right? There's air coming out of this hole. So this thing is snug as a bug. I'm going to glue this thing up and let it sit overnight, and the nose cone will be complete, and I can actually send this off to get painted because I won't need it for anything else until the rocket flies. So the nose cone will be 100% completed, and I'm going to add some more to this footage for day number 9. Hey everybody, John Preto here. It's build day 9. I'm basically done for the day. It's about, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Today is January 8th. And I have done some work. So I showed you the nose cone. That's drying. That's going to take 24 hours to dry, and then it'll be completed. The remainder of the day, I've got the motor tube. That's the story for tomorrow. But I worked on the altimeter bay today. So this is the altimeter bay. You see this collar here. This goes in between the booster and the sustainer. Between those two tubes. The one in the jig is the booster. Here's the fins. And the top is the sustainer section. And this is what holds it in between. And this is where our electronics go. So I had to drill the holes for the 2 all threads. And then these bulkheads, I just put this U-bolt on, and then drilled these other 2 holes for the 2 all thread. And then we'll be building a 3D printed sled that will slide in there with the 2 flight computers. And then our cargo will also stay in there. So I'm pretty far along on this. I got to drill holes on the top for the U-bolts. This holds the harness, recovery harness, and then wait for the sled, and then this thing will be done. Doing the electronics is a whole nother animal. I mean, you could see over here how this works. There's a 3D sled with the flight computer on it, and then you have to mount the 2 discharge canisters on top of the bulkhead, and then have some terminal blocks for the wiring. And this one was Perry's in the yellow rocket that you guys have all seen. And so that is being replicated here on this same altimeter bay. That one came pre-drilled. This one I've had to drill myself. So all those holes on there for the bulkhead. And then we'll get a 3D printed sled to go slide it in there with the electronics on. And then we'll put some fancy switches like that one has on the outside to trigger on to turn on the flight computers. And I will see you guys tomorrow.